Welcome to Let's Talk with your host, Teresa Ann. I'm so glad that you could join me today on today's Motivational Monday. But with that said, I really want to say thank you in advance for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. But now that we're going to go a step further, please grab yourself some coffee, some tea, pull up a chair, and let's have a little chat. So how often have you been in a hurry and you're just wanting to get the heck out of, say, a store or work or even the house? And it just seems like every time you're in a hurry, you either drop something or getting the key in the door is like you're shaking and the keys fall, or maybe you're trying to get a glass of water and then the glass falls out of your hand and it breaks. I mean, how many of us have been through crazy situations and you're just like, are you kidding me? I'm already late. I'm going to be even later. There are going to be times in life where they just don't go the way that you planned, or they don't go the way that you hoped. And in that it just compiles more distractions upon distractions that get us to stop focusing on God. So with those distractions, the same thing can happen when we're getting ready to fast. You know, fasting and praying. It's to get rid of that thing that we rely on the most, or that we kind of go to cope at times. And it's to replace that so that we begin hungering and thirsting after God. Well, in those intentional moments of fasting and praying, we can get really distracted. We can get distracted with, man, I'm not supposed to eat this and I'm not supposed to eat that, but I need to eat this and I need to prepare my meals. And if I don't prepare my meals, I'm going to fall to the temptation to eat, and I'm supposed to be fasting, and oh my gosh, I'm craving chocolate, or I'm craving this, or I'm craving coffee, or you know what, I really, and then all of a sudden you're even further away from God than you were when you started. And the whole point of fasting and praying was not to focus on what you weren't going to do or how often you were going to do it. It was so that it would replace whatever that was that you were abstaining from is now replaced with you going after the Father. And I wanted to just read this to you really quick from Isaiah 58. And really, it sounds like God is almost mocking the people. Tell my people Israel of their sins. They act so pious. They come to the temple every day and seem delighted to learn all about me. They act like a righteous nation that would never abandon the laws of its God. They ask me to take action on their behalf, pretending they want to be near me. We have fasted before you, God, they say. Why aren't you impressed? We have been very hard on ourselves. We have suffered, and you don't even notice it, God. And then this is God's response. I will tell you why. It's because you are fasting to please yourselves. Even while you fast, you keep oppressing your workers. What good is fasting when you keep on fighting and quarreling? This kind of fasting will never get you anywhere with me. You humble yourselves by going through the motions of penance, bowing your heads like reeds bending in the wind. You dress in burlap and cover yourselves with ashes. Is this what you call fasting? Do you really think this will please the Lord? No. This is the kind of fasting I want. Free those who are wrongly imprisoned. Lighten the burden of those who work for you. Let the oppressed go free and remove the chains that bind people. Share your food with the hungry. Give shelter to the homeless. Give clothes to those who need them. And do not hide from relatives who need your help. If you do these things, then your salvation will come like the dawn, and your wounds will quickly heal. Your godliness will lead you forward, and the glory of the Lord will protect you from behind. Then when you call, the Lord will answer, "Yes, I am here." He will quickly reply. So on today's Motivational Monday, the whole point of fasting and praying is to have intimacy with God. Intimacy is where everything flows. From that place, it's like a mountaintop. When you're intimate with Him, everything begins to trickle down. Meaning this, when you're intimate with the Father, you can't help but not want to be obedient. You want to be obedient, not because you have to, or not because if I don't, then I'm fearful of what might happen to me. Instead, when you're intimate with God, you fall in love with Him to where you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't do enough for you. I want to express my love, God, to you. Intimacy brings forth the beautiful part of obedience. From that place of sonship and daughtership, we can be obedient in ways we can never imagine, dream, or hope for. So again, on today's Motivational Monday, I want to say thank you for joining me on Let's Talk with Teresa Ann. Remember, this show is about bold inspiration, revealing God's goodness. Have a great day.